Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for December 2018, and this is for you coming from Pisces. So the first card that I'm going to pull from my Kabbalistic tarot cards will be for the first 15 days of December for you coming from Pisces, and it will start to talk to you about your job. It's a good card. It says that you have the luck of attracting promotions, attracting support from your bosses. The only warning is not to dominate or be stubborn. So it's very clear-cut, this card is. And the sunshine will come upon you, it says, if you are flexible and negotiable. Regarding business, let's see what the card says about business in the first 15 days of December for you coming from Pisces. It says your business can expand and you can even look overseas for business. So going on to the internet would be a good idea because it's all about globalness, this card. So the good possibilities of business are tremendous and expansion is seen. And so get busy in this first 15 days of December. There's so much excitement in your business area. Let's talk of general finances. Well, general finances, the card is not as good as it should be. It says there's a lot of money going to be going out. So make sure you have enough financial stamina. And I feel that you don't, because this card shows that it's all upside down, which means money is just flowing out. So I would say, take it easy. Don't chase for businesses that you will find you're going to be stuck halfway. Because looking for new businesses means a lot of outlay of finances. So just take it easy on that score. Now regarding your romance for the first 15 days of December. Yes, you can find a new romance, but a very dominating and stubborn one. That's as clear-cut as I can be. So when you find that new romance, worry about the dominating tendencies and the stubborn tendencies. And if you find that they are too obvious, then maybe take it easy and don't rush into that romance. Regarding your ongoing romance, let me pull a card for you to see how your ongoing romance may be doing. There is a third party involved somewhere, from your side or from the other side. So there's a complication with this card. And so I would advise you, if you have an ongoing romance, to study the situation and to be a detective to see why this card shows that your ongoing romance is very insecure for you. Let's talk about your marriage for the first 15 days and what the card shows. It's a good enough card for marriage. It says there are some things you have to disentangle from, so there's some complications. But overall, I make this card as good enough, bringing peace and harmony and bringing a lot of tendencies of help from each other. So it's not too bad for you. Now, general family areas, which would include your parents and siblings, brothers, sisters, etc. And it says you can get a lot of help from them. And so, whether for job, whether for business, whether finances, whether to get advice, I would say it's brothers, sisters, parents and relatives are willing to give you plenty of support and good news and good advice as well. Now let's go to your last 15 days of December, and I'll start talking to you of your job now, for you coming from Pisces. This is not a good card. It says you can attract very bad news where your job is concerned. And so that means there's insecurity about your job. There's a card of aggression and temper. So don't show aggression. Use words which are soft. Take the soft approach. Otherwise you're going to attract a lot of difficulties from your bosses or from your workmates. And that will make your last 15 days of the job very, very insecure. What about your business? If you happen to be in business in the last 15 days, what does the card say? The card says you can add on new businesses if you want and you can grow very nicely, but there's a sign of delay. So patience is going to be the key word. So progress will come slowly in the last 15 days where business is. Don't be impatient. Go with the flow and go slow. Things are building up for you very nicely one way or another. That's my advice for you. You're not going to get any instant good news. What about general finances? In case you want to expand business and your general finances are not steady. So whether in business, just stay as you are, look after what you've got. In job, stay as you are. Don't be adventurous, and play safe for the whole month of December. And that would be my advice. Not a very positive card in general finances. Regarding romance, what will the card say for the last 15 days for you? Is the card of past problems. So the main problem regarding your new romance or ongoing romance is coming to terms regarding past issues. These are always the most difficult in the romance area. Can you come to terms about it? Because this card, if stretched, can even lead to a breakup of romance or suddenly a weakness, whether new romance or ongoing romance or breaking point. So it's all up to you, because it's you who's listening to me. Let's talk about your marriage area, the last 15 days. This is a very good card where your marriage is concerned. It says there's a lot of determination from you and from your marriage partner to get things going well. So everybody is making a big effort to bring happiness, and the bond of love is growing beautifully from here. I see the lovely sign of Venus here and the lovely sign of Aquarius. These two together show that the flow of love is going very well. So in your marriage area, I'm very happy to say that things are going to go well for you. Regarding family areas, including parents, siblings, not very good news from this card. He says it's not good to let them interfere in your area of romance or marriage. As simple as that. So don't go about talking to brothers, sisters, parents. The help won't be very good. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. There will be some people whose ages will be fantastically lucky, and they'll do very well in many areas of your life, or at least in one area. And for you, your lucky ages I'm going to choose from this card are, if you happen to be the ages of 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63, you're going to be one very lucky person, you coming from Pisces. And you're going to do very well in job or business as well. There's a lot of fire on this card, so I would say try to take the soft approach and you might even do better. If you're not of these ages, you may have to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD 50. And during this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8 or 9 years in all areas of your life. And that will be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And with all that information, I'll get your next 7, 8 years as perfectly right as possible, age by age, calendar year by calendar year, just for USD 50. We'll talk about that a bit more later. Now, I'm going to talk to you about your lucky dates. And looking at this card, your lucky dates are going to be the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th. 6th, 15th, or the 24th. Very lucky, whether for the job, whether for the business, whether for romance, whether for marriage. Make use of the 6th, 15th, 24th to discuss and to make your move about any area of your life, and you will find that you come back with a lot of reward. Now from Pisces, I'm going to talk about your lucky colors. And the lucky color that this card will choose for you would be, for the whole month of December, the color red. So wear plenty of red and you are going to be extremely lucky, whether in job, business, whether in romance, marriage. The energy of red for this month of December helps you a lot. So wear plenty of red, undergarments, top garments, contact red as much as you can. And lastly, for Pisces, your lucky directions. All the planets that have surrounded Earth, they each are in a round the compass. And so we will see, for you coming from Pisces, the news is to face east. So when you face east, you're going to be facing some of your best planets in the month of December. And they will of course give you their best lucky energy, and you will tend to be lucky in everything that you do. Well, that's my advice for you. I'm already now having a 90-minute session, which will cost USD 50, and I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years. That will be based on your date of birth, time of birth, looking at your palms, and I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers for the rest of your life. These numbers will be relevant for you, and these will be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I'll give you your lucky days and your lucky colors and your lucky gemstones and your lucky directions, a lot of information, so that you can get your next 7, 8 or 9 years as perfectly right as possible. So send me an email, contact me on Skype or on WhatsApp, and I will come back to you and let's make a date so that you can get your next 7, 8 or 9 years as well as possible. Until then, thank you and good luck.